And we are back for another episode of USATF's Journey to Go Zone podcast. I'm your co-host, Eric Kennard, with your host, Wallace Spencer. I love doing that, y'all, and he hates it. We have a very special guest with us, Olympic gold medalist, Bryce Deadmon, Bryce Tyler.
Bryce Tyler.
You know what I'm saying? Put his little whole government out there. Man. How you feeling? Aloysius. Texas A&M's finest, man. You definitely had a very cumbersome time getting here, man. I heard you had to go,
Yeah,
a lot of challenges.
I did. It was really my fault, though. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. It was really my fault.
I appreciate you having that ownership like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just rare. It's rare.
I gotta be real. So, it's crazy. So my teammate Champ had told me before he left. He got down here on Tuesday, and he was like, "Hey, bro, make sure you get your USA bag before you leave." And I was like, "All right, cool." But I just had so much stuff going on during the week. I didn't realize till I started packing at like 11 p.m. that night. I was like, oh, shoot. I ain't got my bag. And my P.O. box was closed at the time. So I was like, shoot, I got to wait until 8 o'clock today open to try to figure out if my bag didn't got delivered. But my plane started boarding at 9:30, and I'm like 30 minutes away from the airport.
IH?
This is what they do.
Yeah,
that's what they teach
look, look, I'm just being real. So, look, I got to my P.O. box. I was talking to the lady at the front. She was like, "Nah, we don't have a package for you." So I'm like, "Oh shoot!" So I had to run back home. I had to scramble and just throw some extra workout clothes in my bag. I got to the airport. Hey, I swear to God, I checked in the little check-in counter at 8:53. A little message popped up that was like, "You need to talk to a representative of you have missed your boarding time." So I went up to the desk. I'm like, "That's crazy. Like, boarding ain't even started yet. Boarding don't start till 9:10, and it's 8:53 right now." And she told me I missed the deadline by 1 minute, and I had to catch the next flight. So
that was United?
Yeah, that was United.
Yeah.
That was United. But I'm like, that's crazy because the plane ain't even started boarding yet. But thankfully, they was able to get me on another flight. But when I got on that next flight, it started pouring down, raining, and my flight got delayed by 8 hours.
So you missed your flight and you don't have your bag?
I missed my flight, and I
ain't have my bag. And hold
How
on.
many teams have you been on?
Exactly. No, here are the worst part.
What?
Champ had a little issue with his own self. You taking advice? It was the blind leading the blind.
Hey, look, I'm gonna be real though. I've been running around these past 4 weeks. I ain't really been in the headspace to have all my stuff together. But like I said, that was my fault. I should have checked on that bag.
You allowed to check out for a little bit throughout the Olympic year, but we need you to get it together because we expect big things going into this summer.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Dial it back in. Well, speaking of that, obviously you've had great success as it relates to the Olympic Games. Olympic gold medalist, Tokyo. You've been on quite a few teams here, and you've just been navigating the professional scene. I heard you make a comment about dropping down to the deuce a little bit offline. What's that about?
I mean,
Cap.
You said that.
I don't even know what you about to say.
Cap. I thought you said cap.
Go ahead.
Cap.
I mean, shoot. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I just get tired of pulling up to these track meets and only being able to run the 400. I'm like, I could, the opportunities presented to me could be so much more if I could drop down or even just expand the amount of events I could do. And it's going to happen. My time just ain't been reflecting it up to this point.
I'm about to say, B, I ain't going to hold you, brother.
It's there.
I saw you race a few weeks ago on the deuce, and I was like, hey,
what's your PR on the 200?
My PR? That don't matter. My heart there.
That don't matter.
Hey, that don't matter.
Hey, why you bringing up
my
old
heart
stuff?
there. My heart there.
Why you bringing up old stuff?
Look,
Come on,
I
can go Google
about
it, and so can everybody else, but we would just prefer for you to tell us. So
you would prefer my PR is at 20.9. But it's crazy because I
was it a headwind?
I think this was indoors. It was actually indoors. I didn't run fast indoors in the 200.
Was it a flat track or
it was a bank? It was a bank. It's crazy because it's like I don't understand how my indoor PR faster than my outdoor, but I think it just comes from a lack of experience running it.
What can you run in the 200 if you had to guess?
What do I think I can run? Shoot, I think I can lay down like a 19.5, 19.4 if I'm being real.
All right, now he being ridiculous. All right, y'all, listen. It's important to believe in yourself and dream big. You know what I mean? This brief pause segment is brought to you by
Reality.
Hey, look, like I said, the times ain't there. The heart is, though. The heart, look, my leg
the
just
times
ain't.
ain't there, but the heart there?
Yeah, look, my leg just ain't following them what's going in on my head right now. So
it happens sometimes.
It's going to catch up, though.
So you think you can run 19 for real?
I mean, look, I tell myself all the time, and this is me being dead serious, like, it's too many other people in this world that didn't hit that time. Like, it's no way you can
Yeah.
tell me it's just that many people that's
Right.
better than me. Like,
No, I
and that's just
understand.
me being real. Yeah, I mean, it's
understand.
definitely possible. I just think I just need to put some more work in it and
So
get
how
to it.
so how do you obviously you have a great ability to believe in yourself. You have to have a surplus of faith and belief in this business. How do you stay motivated? And then also, like, how do you reset? Like, somebody who's achieved your success in a sport, how do you, and then also who, for all intensive purposes, I'm sure you feel unfulfilled. You know what I mean? So how do you manage to balance that? Outside of trying to remember to pack your stuff and get to the airport more than 2 hours before the flight, and then
Um,
all those other things.
no, I feel you. So I try to stay content as possible. And I say that in the sense of like I just kind of sit back and just take in everything that I've accomplished. Like what I've been accomplishing isn't normal. I have to remind myself of that. What I've been accomplishing isn't something that you just wake up and do one day. Like it's taking years of work, years of practice to get to where I'm at. So I do try to stay content and just kind of ground myself like you doing well. But of course, like you said, there still is a itch to get more out of myself. Like I know it's things that I can work on, whether that's a deficiency in strength or a lack of a certain type of training that I haven't done yet. There's always more. I mean, shoot, I'm only 27 years old right now, and I just went pro 3 years ago. A lot of people was pro at like 2021. I didn't turn pro until like 24 years old, so I still think I have a lot more left. So like I said, I am content with what I have done up to this point, but I know there's more. I know there's more. And shoot, even this year, I'll be telling myself this is the first year where I've stayed healthy throughout the entirety of a season since I got to college at 18 years old. So I'm even excited to see what I'm gonna do this year.
So I want you to take a second to brag on yourself because you've mentioned a few times, some of the things you have accomplished. For some of those people who are listening, they don't know or they're not familiar with you. Run us through some of your accolades, other than Olympic champion. What else you got under your belt? How many teams, international competitions, even your collegiate career?
Oh no, that's awkward. Just
See,
just
he
talk-
gonna
come
do
on,
that
man,
right
like
now.
that.
He gonna do that right now, and we gonna cut, and he gonna get in his bag.
Exactly. If we
Yeah,
don't
get
say
in
it, then
his
he gonna be on
bag.
me. So
Hey,
what
get
you
in
got?
the
Come on.
bag.
2 minutes of fame. Let's get it. What you got?
I done been All-American a couple times in
Okay.
college.
3, 4, 5. What's a couple? 6.
I don't know. That's actually a good question. I
Too
don't
many
know.
to count then.
Something like that. Something like that.
Humble guy.
I done made all 3 world championship teams, and yeah,
Yeah,
that's about it.
3 world championship teams, 1 Olympic team, 4 teams total. That's a lot of USA uniforms to leave at home, brother.
So what would you want to do? I'm about to say you've done so much. You did so much collegiately. You can't go back there and change that. That's done. I'm sorry, my brother. But as far as a professional lifestyle, what else do you have, on your list? What else do you want to achieve that you haven't?
Definitely bring home an individual medal in the 400. That's of course at the top of my list. I was planning on doing that last year until I had an injury like 2 days before the prelims in the 400 at Worlds last year. So bring home an individual medal. Touch or scratch the surface of that world record in the 400. And like I was telling y'all, just expanding the amount of events I can do instead of, I just don't want to be a one-trick pony. I want to finish out my career with being able to do multiple events for sure.
Do you think that, as of recently, pressure has been put on athletes to be more versatile? I mean, like historically in the sport, obviously versatility, especially as it relates to sprinting, exists, right? But I think, the trend lately is, moving up, moving down, doing this in the off year, doing this in a championship year. Do you feel like it's pressure, it's outside pressure to have that versatility that's based on your competitors having it? Or is just that something that you're passionate about progressing through, each event and being able to just showcase, your abilities in that way outside of the comparison of everybody else?
I think so in regards to the pressure, I don't think it's any pressure for athletes to be able to do that. But I will say, shout out to my dog Fred. He definitely opened the gates for people to be able to accomplish and to reach more into other events. He really set the groundwork for that. I always give him credit for that. So I wouldn't say pressure, but I think it's just allowed coaches to be more open-minded. Like, oh wow, like I guess these 400 runners can run the 2 or the 100 if they had the speed for it. So yeah, I wouldn't say pressure, but it just allowed people to be more open to that idea. And as for me, I mean, I always thought I was a sprinter. I just ain't never had to.
Hey, he said I always had to.
Back on this again.
I just had the heart. I had the heart, but I had
ain't never had
speed.
the platform exactly. Look, I started running the
Uh,
400 and I started dropping times and shoot, wouldn't none of my coaches let me run anything else. So I'm like, shoot, I guess
Oh damn.
I'm stuck.
But you're with one of the best sprint coaches in the nation currently.
I
right
am,
now.
yeah,
So,
and that's exactly why I'm with him. That's the main reason I went with him. And I haven't had this conversation with him crazy.
Yeah, because he probably be
That's
like,
the
nah,
nicest
Bryce-
man on
yeah,
earth.
Nicest man on
That's
earth.
shame on you then if that's the case.
Yeah.
Because they're just gonna be like, nah, Bryce, I just want you to focus.
That's exactly what he told me. So I mean, I ain't told him all my aspirations as far as that, but I have been kind of pushing him like, hey, coach, is it cool if I jump in this 100 this weekend? At this meet, it'll be
Yeah.
like the small meet, like at Baylor, U of H or something. He'll be open to it. Like I said, I just don't think I've ran a respectable enough time for him to actually take
you
it.
serious.
Yeah, take it serious.
Yeah,
exactly,
yeah.
exactly.
my
Exactly.
God. I'm about to say, in the spirit of relays again, let me go ahead and get this out the way and ask you this. So we've had some 400 greats answer the same question. I want to see what you say. Dream 4x4. You get to run with any American who ever ran in history. What other 3 men are you running with, and who's running what leg?
Okay, so they got to be American.
Got to be American.
Yeah.
Got to be American.
No Wades.
No, okay. You know what's crazy? You asked me this, and I have been thinking about this the whole time. I gotta say, I ripped the other 2 legs would have to be Fred and Donovan. And the only reason I say that is I know you're looking at me crazy. Donovan Brazier.
What?
Donovan, look. I know y'all looking at me crazy,
Oh, I know Donovan. A&M Donovan.
but
That's what
A&M
you talking
Donovan,
about.
yeah.
Yeah, he has some range.
Hey, but look.
I'm all ears. This is your team.
I really think Donovan could split a 44 when he just like in top shape. And the only reason I say them 2 off rip is because I never had the opportunity to run with them on a 4x4 when I was at A&M.
That's
I wasn't fast enough at the time. So I don't know. I think us 3 just alone, we can lay some down for real.
And then who else you adding in? Who's your 4th?
Look, I'm gonna throw an old head in there. I'm gonna say Coach Watts. Look, throw Coach Watts.
Quincy Watts?
Quincy Watts?
Throw Coach Watts on there.
I like it.
That is by far the most diverse team I've heard.
Most diverse.
Hey, Coach Watts, I think you still got something. I think you can still jump out there right now. We being real.
Most diverse, outrageous.
Ladies and
You said
gentlemen.
outrageous. Look, but like I said, I think me, Fred, and Donovan alone can lay something down. Shoot, us against the world.
You got an 800-meter runner.
An 800-meter runner, me.
Confused sprinter. You
he
and Coach.
You can't even call him confused.
I'm talking about Fred. Fred 124. Might
ain't
run the hurdles or
confused.
long
Yeah.
jump if you like.
He might jump in that long jump.
He might.
I had to show love to the older generation. That's why I threw Coach Watts in there. I had to get somebody else in there. But yeah, no.
So I'll just say this. Let me see where you think your team stands. We had another athlete who told us that they would take LaShawn Merritt, they would take Jeremy Warner, Michael Johnson, and Darrell Williamson. Where do you think your team finishes in that race with them?
You can do anything you want to do. If you tell yourself it's gonna happen, shoot, I think we can beat anybody.
So
that is a hell of a team, though.
Hey, I ain't gonna hold you, brother.
I'm
would
not
not
even gonna
bet
sit
a
up here and
nickel on your team versus their team, man.
say
It'd
what?
take- I wouldn't bet a nickel on his team against that team, man.
That
It
is
would
a hell
take-
of a lineup. I'm not
That's
gonna lie.
a crazy lineup.
Look, David Graffiti Goliath. That's all I'm gonna say. It don't matter.
Oh yeah. All right. Look, hey,
It
talk
don't
about it.
matter.
It ain't Sunday, but it will be tomorrow.
revolution.
Talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Talk about it. Well, listen, man, Bryce, we definitely appreciate your time, and we appreciate your perspective, man. And I'm looking forward to you dropping that 19. I know Wallace was looking a little like he don't know about that.
I ain't saying anything.
Suspect.
Huh?
He was looking suspect. He
Hey,
looking
hold on,
suspect.
wait. Did y'all see the Sharks behind us?
They ain't see the shark.
Okay, I'm just changing the subject because this 19.
Oh, wow, man. Thank you for joining us for another episode of USATF Journey That Goes On podcast. I am your co-host, Eric Kennard, with your host, Wallace Spearman, and we have, I love saying that. It just like starts it off, right? I make it turn red and everything. I just get it going.
Like,
man.
what is he talking about?
Matthew Boling, how you
Yes,
doing,
sir.
man?
Good.
Yeah. All right, man. You know, you're no stranger to this USA uniform. It's a big year, Olympic year, Paris 2024. Talk to us about, the history of Matthew as it relates to the sport of track and field, and what Matthew's plans are as it relates to this year, and it being a very important year.
Yeah, so I started track in the 6th grade. My first Team USA appearance was in Finland U20 team.
Oh,
Wallace.
Who was the coach? There you go.
Wallace was the coach. He kicked me off the relay, and then I hated him for like 6 months. But we're cool now. But yeah, bad decision.
You hated him for a whole 6 months. Is that why you
Maybe-
didn't go to
maybe more.
Arkansas?
He was a Pop Tart, man. He was hard on the outside. He was soft in the middle. So I had to toughen him up.
He did
wasn't-
toughen me up.
He was going to fold out there, Wallace. He was
boy,
going. He wasn't
origami.
ready.
No, I was ready, bro. He took me off, and then what happened?
He let his teammates punk him.
What happened?
And go ahead now, tell the whole story. if
Okay,
you're
my
gonna tell it.
teammates punked me. I was supposed to be on it. They're like, "No, we don't want Matt on it no more." I'm like, "What did I do?" Like, I had
folded, Matt.
I didn't fold, bro. I gave the stick in first place.
He did.
Good
He killed
leg.
it. He killed it.
They're like, "No, we don't want Matt on it." I don't know. Like, they were all rooming together, so maybe it was like a conspiracy theory type
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
What place did they get?
Second,
Oh.
because they dropped the stick.
Who dropped it?
First leg.
Who ran first leg?
EG.
Hey, who? Nah, if you want to talk about it, come on, let's talk about it.
No, I'm not gonna do him like
Because
that.
I almost
Yeah,
killed
yeah.
him that day.
We ain't going to throw nobody
All
under the
right, keep
bus that
going.
already rolled over him, man. Listen.
Nah.
So, but that experience obviously inspired you, to improve in whatever area or aspect you needed to, from a mental aspect or a physical aspect. And now you're here again and here again and here again. Last year, Budapest. This year, Paris. What are your expectations?
Yeah, I mean, I've been working really hard on this 400 stuff, been getting strong. I feel like that's only been helping my 200 get better as well. So my expectations is to go into trials, run the 400, and then I'm gonna run the 200 as well, depending on how I feel. But yeah, I got big expectations. It's been a good year of training, and I'm excited to go out there and put it on the line.
I'm about to say, I do want to rewind for just a second. So you didn't run the relay the first year. The second year you ran the relay. What happened?
The
What'd you all
second
do?
year, I took someone else's spot on the
Oh,
relay.
that's not what I meant, man. What were the
Oh,
results
we
of
broke the
rest-
world record.
There you
Oh,
go.
there
But
it
it was
is.
I needed the motivation.
There you
Exactly.
go.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I wasn't there.
No.
I skipped
So
that.
there, you're no
Appreciate
stranger to winning on relays.
it. And
Yeah.
overcoming
Being
adversity.
Exactly.
Yeah, we broke the world record, the U20 world record in the 4x1 too.
In the 4x1 and the 4x4.
Yeah, you were the coach.
Exactly. So you were a high school phenom as well. No stranger to success. You got a
Yeah.
lot of notoriety. I think you have a couple 100,000 followers on social media, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm.
Had a great career at the University of Georgia.
Go Dogs.
Here he goes. So talk to us really quickly. Like, we know what you have to look forward to, but what all have you been through? I know you recently turned professional. You have any sponsors, coaches, agents? Like, what's going on in your life?
Yeah, so I'm down in South Carolina right now with Coach Fran Zeke, competing unattached, waiting for a sponsor to want to help me fulfill my dreams. And yeah, I've just been grinding, working hard, learning new things. You've been down a couple of times in South Carolina teaching me some things. So it's an exciting time. The professional life has been really cool.
So you're facing another adversity as it relates to just having somebody believe in your dreams a little bit.
Yeah,
from a
yeah, for
company
sure.
standpoint.
I mean, I started this sport when I was in 6th grade. It's always been a dream of mine to make the Olympics, and I've been working hard every day. And I'm excited to hopefully have somebody else recognize that dream and help push me to an even higher level than where I'm at right now.
We definitely understand that, Matt, and I definitely appreciate your perseverance, bro. And I appreciate that you recognize that you do have people who trying to help you pursue your dreams,
Yeah.
man. Y'all like Rocky and Boling, like Batman and Kid Robin.
And then one more thing I want you to touch on. So, you never know who's listening, and your story could actually change the course of someone else's life. You could have gone professional out of high school, but you decided to try to pursue a degree at the University of Georgia. What went into that? Why did you go to school? Why didn't you take the money at that young age?
Yeah, I think that decision had a lot to do with going into my senior year. I had already committed to Georgia. I'd run 46.1 as a junior, jumped 24 feet. And that's where I saw myself going. I saw myself going to college and getting a degree. So I could go out in the real world when I'm done and pursue my dreams in terms of marketing. That's where I ended up getting my degree. And there was a lot of people in my ear my senior year after I had gone viral a couple of times and ran fast, either wanting me to flip schools, go pro. But I had already made that decision and I was confident in it and I stuck with it. And I'm glad I did. I made a lot of great connections and college in terms of friendships, networking, people I meet in class. And that's one of those things that's invaluable. So it was a great experience, and yeah, go Dogs.
And you honored your commitment to yourself, man, and to the university, and that's dope. And I think that's extremely important. It speaks to your character, man, for sure.
Thank you.
And I think you, you don't just set records on the track; you set them, in the classroom as well. I think you have something you want to brag about there as well.
Yeah, 4-time SEC Scholar Athlete of the Year.
So you say you're the what?
Smartest person in the SEC history, baby. Wallace Spearman second.
Hey, when you competed, did you ever have anybody beat you and stun on you?
I wasn't going for it.
Me neither. Well, that's a lie.
I know that's a
Could do
lie.
anything about Bolt, but that's different.
Yeah, that might be a lie for me too. But we friends too, like you and Bolt was.
Facts.
So like me and Mutaz real close too. So technically, I don't think it was.
What happened in Bermuda?
Yeah, got stunted on. It's fine. That's fine. But just know it's war now.
It's up and it's
It's up. Like, that's fine. You can do that if you want.
Look in the camera and say that, right?
It's up.
There we go.
You heard it here first. I have no more questions, Your Honor.
We appreciate your time, Matthew Boling. And if if somebody wants to reach you, if they're trying to get in contact with you, especially as a company, as a sponsor, where can they find you?
I got my email in my bios, and then Howie Management. You can email him too. But yeah, don't be shy. I got them emails open. Yeah, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all it's the same thing, Matthew Boling.
All right. Well, we appreciate your time, man. Good luck this weekend.
Appreciate you.